experiences have you had that have contributed to your success as a captain, and or what led you to get into chartering?
Life experiences that I can say that helped me. As a child, I used to build boats with my father and family. Pretty much everyone in my family is in the industry, and I just have a very, very big passion for the water and growing up on the water and on boats. It really shaped me for. I didn't know it at the time, but shaped me for my career path. And then, of course, sailing down here 6 years ago, and that was a big life experience that led directly into chartering down here. So, I guess I'll return the question. What life experience have you had?
Well, I grew up in Michigan and lived on Lake Huron until I was middle-aged, probably. Young middle-aged, let's put it that way. Did a lot of swimming and boating as a child. Not much sailing, but lots of power boating. I learned to swim at a very, very young age and swam competitively. I've always loved the water. And then as far as cooking goes, I've always loved to cook. My aunt was a professional chef, and she taught me a lot as a young child. I used to help her cater parties, and when I met my now husband, I mentioned to him that I would love to open my own little restaurant someday, and he said, well, come on down. I have the perfect place for you to open your own little restaurant. And as a result, I have been a charter chef for the past 9 or 10 years. And I love it, and it is kind of like having your own little restaurant. Make the menu and go from there. Yeah. Okay. And do the next one? I think that was you. Me too. What about the chef's approach to cuisine do your guests most enjoy? So what about my cuisine do the guests most enjoy?
First word that comes to mind is professional. You're a professional chef. The second word is passionate. I think the best quote of last charter, which we just dropped off last week, is they said that they could taste your passion in your food, and that was a very big compliment. And I agree. I see it come out of the kitchen. The galley there, on time, every time, looking perfect and smelling beautiful, and I do get to eat most of the meals too, and they are pretty good. And you're all over the board. You grow a lot of your own herbs and vegetables at home, which is, I think, really cool. And you get a lot of peppers that you don't see in the stores, and you're very passionate. So what about me? What about the captain's personality?
About the captain's personality. You have a great personality, and it shines through. You have a great sense of humor, and guests pick up on that, and you entertain guests. Guests make comments like, Kevin's out here entertaining us while you're stuck in the galley making dinner, and things like that. But even more importantly, you're very competent, and you definitely instill a sense of comfort. People feel very safe when they're chartering with you. I don't think anybody worries for their safety or the boat or their belongings or their life or anything when they're on the boat with you. You're very, very competent at what you do. You've got a great sense of humor. I love that you're very punctual and organized.
Yeah,
those things are very, very good qualities to have as a captain as well.
Let's see. I guess.
What is your ideal charter group and why?
I don't think I have an ideal group. I like everybody. If I had to say, though, the groups that appreciate the islands and what we have to offer are my favorite. That would be my ideal group. It could be any age. It could be from anywhere in the world. They could want to do anything. But the ones that really leave what they have at home behind, for lack of better words, and enjoy what we have to offer here and appreciate it, that's my favorite group. They don't need to know anything about how the sails work, but when I see them on the front of the boat enjoying that peace and quiet of the boat just gliding through the water, that's my favorite charter group.
I would agree.
And usually they come back because they
so peaceful and relaxing. People actually
they get to actually experience what we have down here in the islands. How about your favorite activity for children?
Oh gosh, children love the water. You can play games and do stuff on the boat, but honestly, the kids want to be in the water. Any water water sports, snorkeling, sand castles on the beach, playing on the beach, just getting off the boat. Kids tend to feel confined on the boat. Anytime we can get them in the water and burn off some of that energy, kids are just the happiest when they're swimming, jumping off the boat, trying who can do the best dive or get the biggest rock from the bottom, whatever it might be. Kids love to do stuff like that, so it's always fun to encourage that and to bring out all the water toys and show them how they work. And yeah, that's the best thing I can think of to do with children.
Yeah, we had a charter last year. Right off the back of the boat here, they would jump off and see who could come back to the surface with a handful of sand, and I swear they must have done that for 2 hours straight, and it was very simple in the scheme of activities, but so much fun.
And so much fun for them. So speaking of the boat itself, what upgrades or improvements have been made or are supposed to be made in the near future that you want to share with everybody?
So Good Vibrations is an older yacht, and most of you brokers out there have seen the boat in good and in bad. We've pretty much, I can safely say, we've done a 2020 refit on the boat. I stayed in Puerto Rico nearly the whole summer, making sure a lot of work got done. We had intensive deep cleaning of the bilges and the systems and replacement of everything that wasn't in order. We had a new tender, which I mentioned earlier in the video. New mainsail, new water toys coming shortly.
I think the solar is new since last charter show, isn't that correct?
Solar's new, the linens are new, bamboo pillows. I mean, we just went, the owner really loves to create a luxury experience, and he went open pockets to make that happen this year, and I think I always felt that way, but needed the crew like us to deliver, and so we're really excited for this year, and we've had great feedback already from the small amount of brokers at the show. Everyone has a consensus of, wow, the boat looks really good and way different from last year, so we're really excited.
We're excited, yeah, definitely excited.
And we chose to work together.
Yep. We worked together last year for a charter, and we got to know each other, and our styles and compatibility work-wise was there, so took the opportunity. It's going to be a good year.